Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this one, we are going to talk about, a very important specific thing that we need as people in science or as a science enthusiast. So, one of the most fundamental things that we do as scientists or, as a PhD student is we publish a lot of papers, and that is how our work is getting recognized throughout the world with different other scientists who work in the same field or related field. Now, when we publish a paper, yes, it is uploaded on the journal's website, so it is shown online, and if people have subscription, or maybe if the journal is open source, the journal is open access, then people can download the paper for free and read it. But, as a scientist, for you, it is important to have your specific corner on the internet where you share all these different achievements, these different publications that you're putting out. And people should be able to, just find you on a single click, and they can browse through all your different works and achievements and look at your CV, what you're doing, where you're working, and all that stuff. And it becomes easy for you as well to approach people and to send them your biodata, not as a PDF, but as a link or a small space on the internet, which is specifically curated for you. So there are a lot of platforms which do this. LinkedIn is one of the most used platform for sharing professional information and sharing your academic achievements and all that good stuff. But the problem with LinkedIn is it is kind of like a Facebook, but in an academic front. If I want to search up someone on LinkedIn, there are some caveats or there are some frictions to it. So first, what I need to do is I need to log in to LinkedIn with my account. Then I need to go up to the search bar, hit the search bar, and then I have to type out the name of the person or the name of the company which I'm looking for. So these are a lot of frictions. And even after you type up the name of the person and hit the search button, there would be a list of people from which you need to sort through. And then you can find the person that you're looking for, the company that you're looking for. So in order to bypass this, you need to have a friction-free environment on the internet, which will be specifically curated for your work and your CV or resume. So how do you do that? The easiest way to do that is put everything that you have curated into a website and put it out there on the internet. Now, when we talk about website, the first thing that comes to the mind of most of the people is, oh my God, we need to know how to code. We need to write HTML. We need to write CSS. Well, yes, you can learn how to write HTML or CSS and JavaScript, all that good stuff, which actually gives you a lot of flexibility. If you learn them and if you code your own website, you can design your website on your own accord. But if you're someone who is not into all these kind of things like coding and stuff, you can very well put out your website using something like Google Sites, or there are different other platforms which can do the same thing without any coding. So today I'm going to show you two different ways by which you can put out your website. The first one is going to be a platform which hosts your website, your information, and it puts it out there, and you don't have to code or anything. You just need to put in your information, your publication details, your experience, and all that stuff, and it will create a small web page for you on its own. And the other one is a little bit advanced. You need to know how to code, or these days, in the world of AI, you can just put in the picture of a website into ChatGPT and ask it to create a similar page according to you. So let's hop on to the system and I'll show you. So the first one is called faculty.bio. So this is a very simple way of putting out your website out there, putting out your information on a website and displaying it to the world. You have a small corner for yourself on the internet. So how does it work? All you need to do is go to this website, faculty.bio. You need to sign up, you need to create an account. I already have an account, so I'm gonna hit my account over here, and I think it's going to log in. Yes, so this is kind of like my account which I created, and you have this navigation panel over here with different page sections. These are the sections that you need to edit. If you want, you can add more sections over here. So if you click on this, it will open up the different sections that you can add, and you can put whatever you want. You can put your skills, you can put your work experience, your CV, anything that you want. But a piece of advice is try to keep your website simple so that it's easy to navigate. Only put important information that you want people to see, and you can leave the rest out. Over here you have the different page sections. Like I said, you can click on anything, it will open this up. Okay, so here you can change your profile picture, which will go over here, your display name, which goes over here, your tagline, which is the smaller text over here, and then the location. You can write this up and you can hit save, and this will save it to this particular section. Now similarly, you can go back and go to the next section, which is the about me, which is this section which got highlighted, and you can write whatever you want. Similarly, you can just save this and it will save it. Going back, so similarly you can populate your website with different kinds of information that you want the world to see, specifically your publications, then your contact details, your email, LinkedIn, whatever you have, and your research interest, your education, and all that good stuff. You can put it out here. So once you're done filling this out, what you can do is you can go to view page over here, and this will open up the website, and you can see you have a little small navigation bar over here which stays in place even if you scroll, and you can jump to different sections. So if I hit contact right over here, it will jump to that particular section, and you can put this out to anyone you want. How do you do that? You can just copy the URL and give it to someone. You can share it with anyone, or let's say you're running a course, you are you want people to come to your website, visit your website and see your CV. So what you can do, you have a flyer where you can screenshot this QR code and you can put it on the flyer, and people can directly scan this and come to your website. So just like that, you have a small website which is personally curated for you. You have all your informations out there. And one more thing is, when you're creating the website, the address or the URL over here, it's going to come as your name.faculty.bio. This is a caveat because you don't have your name.com, your name.xyz or whatever you want. So you don't have that. You don't have the freedom to put in a personalized domain for your website. It will always be in a subdomain with faculty.bio at the end. So that's the first method by which you can make a small website for yourself and put it out in the world. The second one is, like I said, is a little bit advanced, where you need a little bit of coding to make something which is more curated and more personalized to your taste. So this is my website which I use currently. You can check it out at this URL, akashmitra.site. This website is completely coded by me. So if you want, I can show the codes, the HTML CSS codes. So what I did was, there's this thing called Bootstrap. It is a framework for CSS. So normally when you are writing codes for a website, you need to have these two fundamental things. One is your HTML documents, and the other one is CSS. So HTML is kind of like the backbone of your website, where you have all the information, and this HTML is stylized by something called Cascade Styling System, so which is CSS. But when you use Bootstrap, I'll show you. So if I go to a new tab, hit Bootstrap. So when you use Bootstrap, this is kind of like a framework which already have some pre-coded CSS into it. So all I need to do is hook up my website, my CSS file and my HTML file with the link which directs it to Bootstrap, and it will automatically start taking in the styling systems which I put from the Bootstrap website. So yeah, you don't need to learn all this right now. All you can do is, you can go to ChatGPT. You can give it a layout of the website. You can screenshot some website that you like, put it into ChatGPT. Even for that, you can screenshot my website, put it into ChatGPT, and ask it to write the codes for you. So one more thing is faculty.bio. It had only one page which had different sections with different information. But when I built my website, I thought of keeping the different informations on separate pages. So this is my home page, which is the index page. When you write this URL on the search bar and hit enter, it's going to land you here. And then I have a publication page where I have my publications listed with a little description of the publication, and the full list is over here, which points to my Google Scholar. So if I click this, it's going to take you to my Google Scholar account. And I also have some resources laid out in another page called resources, which has some of the YouTube videos and my RPubs document grouped into small sections where people can find them very easily. So these are the videos from the R programming videos from my YouTube channel. These are the ImageJ tutorial from my YouTube channel, and these are some of the RPubs document. So you can do all these stuff if you have something like this. And then I have some links over here which gives out my socials, so LinkedIn, GitHub, X, Twitter, whatever you call it, and YouTube. So you can do all these fancy stuff if you learn a little bit of coding and you can write HTML and CSS coding. One more thing is, I have this URL or this domain purchased from a website called Namecheap. It is a website that sells all these domains. You can also do that. Domains are very cheap. So once you purchase the domain, what you need to do is the easiest way to code and put up a static website like this is to use GitHub Pages. You can watch some YouTube videos on that, how to set up a GitHub page. It's nothing, it's just that there's a special functionality in GitHub which is called GitHub Pages, which is used to host static websites like this. So you can check that out on YouTube, and it's very easy to set up. All you need to do is get the domain and use the DNS records on the domain. I know these are all fancy stuff, so you need to use the DNS records on the DNS records from the hosting server, that is Namecheap, and you point those DNS records to your GitHub pages. It's like, it sounds very complicated, but it's really easy once you look at some videos and look in the documentation. So that's about it. That's how you can make a website just in a couple of minutes and put it out there onto the web. And you don't need to code even, just go to faculty.bio and make a simple website like this. Make your website today and after you make it, tag me, put it on the comments, and I would very much like to see what you have made. So I'll see you in the next one. Till then, bye bye.